Hi, this is Taya Muhammad, and this is my lighting design final. What you see right now in the video is me making a lighting variation that I did not need to make. I misunderstood what I needed to make a lighting variation on, so I have 4 lighting variations included in the file that you came to this video from. Now, if you'll go back to that file, you will see that right after the video guide is a script analysis and given circumstances. And I have the information about Samuel Beckett and his just a few notes on his life and the environment he grew up in to produce this play. Following this section, we have the scene breakdown, which was tough in a play without scenes, but what I figured I would do is break down each moment I thought warranted a lighting change. So I have my own little personal scenes that if I were a light designer, it would be how I remember certain moments and certain lighting cues. A few of them are named after actual lines in the play, but they have been censored. As you're looking over this, you'll notice that Act 2, the section for it, is very short in comparison to Act 1 in terms of how many lighting cues I included. This is because, truthfully, I felt like Act 2 is an act that needs to be given the room to breathe and let what's happening settle with the audience. So I figured less lighting interruptions, more cohesiveness. Going into the questions, background questions on this play, and how I believe it could be produced and would be received if it were, I did note that this play could be done at a bus stop or an airport terminal, just very abandoned and very decrepit. It would be, I think, an interesting and cool adaptation, just seeing it in a modern setting. And speaking of modern settings, I also answered that this play would not be good for contemporary artists or any contemporary audience, because it's very slow and long, which is why in the scene breakdown, when I was marking things that I believed warranted a lighting change, I included quite a lot in the first act, and then in Act 2 I decided to slow down to give audiences, like potential audiences, some time to sit with what was happening on stage. Because yeah, this play has not aged well, I believe. It's interesting, but personally I wouldn't go see it myself. Nor would I want to work with this production. Following that, you have the cue list that I made, and the cue list is the scene breakdown, basically, but with more information and strictly queuing up specific types of lights. The types of lights will be found in the research images and ideas section afterwards. In this section, you will find 2 pictures from an anime. One is Ancient Magus Bride, the other one is Attack on Titan. And I chose these 2 specifically because I was looking for animation with hard lines, and that's because hard lines often give off the impression of a rough and ragged type of existence. And that's what comes off to me in this production. Although, again, with me not liking this production, I thought to grab inspiration from other animes that had the same type of hopelessness at some point, but did it very well. So This is my attempt to, I guess, join what I can of the two and try and make it better through the lighting. So I have 8 colors just listed afterwards, and these are not all colors I pulled from the 2 photos above, or pulled from an inspiration, but some of them just called to me and just felt right. Afterwards, you'll see the lighting variations and the 2 pictures that I am working on in the video you see right now, and then the actual lighting variations that I did. It's titled Mysterious Fog, Dramatic Cool, Magic Tree, and Night Mist. Night Mist might be a little hard to see right now, but there will be a frame afterwards, after this video is done, right there. And after that, you'll see the lighting plot that I have listed out. The lighting plot, I did a combination of the online and hand-drawn. It simply worked better that way. In conclusion, I believe this lighting design plan would work for the production of this play if it were to be put on. And as a person who does not like to play, I believe I would be a valuable asset to a production team because I don't like it. This is because, although I do not like to play, I still see the potential in it, and me not liking the play also brings forth a different perspective on what happens in the play, which could be valuable to those who cannot see my perspective. And in the same way, they could also help my perspective, and we could work together in a collaborative experience to make this production a success. Thank you.